Okay, so today we're making a Hong Kong tofu and tomato soup. And this is one of those recipes that is really quick and easy to make, but has a really nice and high payoff. What am I saying? It's quite easy to make, but it is super flavorful. And typically the soup is finished off with, you're going to do an egg drop essentially on top so that you get like silky strands of egg throughout the soup. What I usually do for this is I take the yuba skins, which are made from soy. It's like the top of a soy milk when you make soy milk, and then there's a layer that forms, that is yuba. So I usually do that, and I kind of like crumble it up, and it really resembles kind of the silkiness of a typical egg drop. So yeah, so I hope you all enjoy this recipe. So for one of these, I'm going to try to cut them smaller so that it dissolves into the soup. And then the other one, I'm going to cut a little bit bigger so that you have nice chunks texturally. So a lot of this soup is just preparing and cutting the vegetables. So we're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna put together the flavoring that will also thicken the soup as well. I just wanted to point out that typically in this recipe, a medium firm tofu is used. So it's one of those ones available at the Chinese grocery store where it's not exactly firm, but it's not soft either. But I could see this soup working really well, even with like a silken tofu. You just wouldn't add it until pretty much the end. And then this is going to be the ingredients to flavor the soup. So, you know, some ketchup, some sugar. This is some tahini. So we're making this whole food plant-based again. Typically, it's made with a cornstarch slurry. But my first ingredient in there was some brown rice flour. It makes the soup a little bit murkier, but it's also more whole foodsy. So it's really up to you. Whether you choose to use a starch or, you know, it could be powdered cornmeal. There's a lot of things that you can do here. Oh, and then miso for the salt. So I'm just going to fry up some of these initial ingredients first. I'm not putting in the whole chunks of tomato or tofu or mushrooms just yet, but just to toast up some of the ginger and some of the scallions. Yes, you're right. Usually there would be some oil in this step. I'm going to save you from that. We'll just add a little bit of water. Super sexy cooking. This is just a mix of a cup of broth and 2 cups of water. I actually don't really even think you need the broth. You can just add a little more miso or something to it. And then we're going to just cook this for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes until the mushrooms kind of wilt a little bit. I'm just going to put in the yuba skins now so that they have time to rehydrate and then get nice and soft. You know what? I really like clear soups as well. So there's an option here where you don't have to put in the rice flour at the beginning to get it thick. Like if you like clean, clear, light soups, you could just skip that part as well. So a lot of different ideas to go from here. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Feel free to visit me on the Instagram, and if you can, please support the channel over on my Patreon as well. So love you all. I will see you all again next time. Okay, bye.